How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to the Cosmic Ray channel. I'm your host, Cosmic Ray. And for my cosmic surfers out there and cosmic family, just want to say thank you and welcome back. And thank you for having me into your lives. Today, or tonight, I always do that. It's like 1 o'clock, 1 something in the morning. Um, just I wanted to say that this is going to be a story time with Cosmic Ray. And I had to cut off the other two candles in the background. They had some weird, crazy light thing going on, and it's kind of much of a distraction. And yeah, I didn't know what was going on. So I'm not trying to communicate with my higher self. This is not candle love. This is just story time with Cosmic Ray. And I wanted to share with you something that I felt guided to be able to talk about. And it's really about my story that I had with someone that reads auras as well as a psychic. And I'm not going to go into in depth of how to pick a right person and what to ask and what to look for. I'm probably going to be doing that in a very soon future video because I do tend to talk sometimes, so I'm just trying to keep it short. So just wanted to tell you that this was what I call back in the day, Ray. Before my spiritual awakening, I would tell you that psychics, for the most part, fortune tellers, it was all BS, and I always felt that anyone who goes to those was either kooky in their own mind, or they don't have control of their own destiny of life. That would probably be me back in the day. So if anyone who knows me knows that I would have said something like that. Of course, as some of you already know, I've had my spiritual awakening, my Kundalini awakened, my dark night of the soul, third eye opening, my realization of enlightenment, if you will. However, I'm not going to go into that right now. So I know now this is a little different, but just to kind of give you an idea, when I was younger, back in high school, I had a girlfriend we did kind of like the usual thing where people like break up, but you're going to get back together kind of thing. Well, we broke up, and I had to go on like what they call a senior trip. I came back, kind of expecting, we'd fight, but eventually, things would kind of work itself out, Um, However, she was telling me that she went to go see a psychic. Now, in my head, I was like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? Because this was me back in the day. And she had told me that she was supposed to marry one of my good friends, and that they were going to have a baby together and whatnot. And, it freaked me out. And of course, ever since then, even more so, I was like, oh my gosh, people who go to the psychics are weird, or a fortune teller, whatever you want to call them. And, it made me have a horrible perception of this, to ever, like a stigma, if you will, to be around a psychic or to go see someone as a fortune teller, or anyone that was like a friend of mine that would want to go see someone, and that I would immediately just be like, no, you're weird. Like, I'm done with the conversation. That's it. So I will say that this person's a great person. Okay, so there's no harbor, no ill will. I actually know this person through a mutual friend, if you will, and they're a good person, so there's no harboring any ill will. I don't even know their status, but I just know they have a beautiful baby, and that's like the most important thing, so the baby's healthy, and it's beautiful, and more power to both of them. I got much love for both of them. So um, I just wanted to share that piece with you, so at least you know where I was coming from when I'm going to tell you about my story. So fast forward many years, that goes by, and I'm having, after my spiritual awakening, I had some things that I wanted to confirm. I would say that I don't normally need confirmation or need a reassurance, if you will, regarding anything that I go through in my process, or in my journey, or my, whatever you want to call this. Um, so I wouldn't need that. However, since I had this, I really needed some type of kind of validation for something, and otherwise I felt like I was going kooky. And so I went to an auric person, someone that would be able to, excuse me, something that'd be able to read auras and also take your aura picture or auric picture. And I had that done, and my wife and I both had ours done. And the aura person would, kind of confirm with me about myself being an empath, and about something else, which I'll share in a second. And she was telling me about how my chakras are different than normal because of something that happened to her, as well as her husband, or her late husband, that was also a shaman. Something that they confirmed, with me, or confirmed to her, that she kind of confirmed with me because she knew my energy level. And so it was something that she was just wanted to kind of bring it up to me because she had a feeling that I didn't know. Also, too, I went to a psychic who's also in the same place. They didn't know each other, or they didn't know I was gonna go to each other or anything like that. But I was going because while I was waiting for my picture to actually be developed, if you will, I went to go see a psychic in the meantime. So, and the psychic, it was kind of funny. Um, her and the auric person both confirmed. Oh, sorry. They both confirmed that not only I'm a shaman in this lifetime, but I was a shaman in my previous lifetimes, my previous incarnate onto this earth. Well, not just that, they also informed me, is kind of it's kind of freaky here, a little woo woo, but as you guys may have known in my previous video of candle love magic, I think it was number 4, that I mentioned this, but that I've also been a shaman on other planets. um, so I know, kind of a little woo woo from some, but it was something that resonated with me. And it was very synchronistic how I found these two people, um, that were able to help give me my reading. And it was something that resonated so much. And you know, I will say that for some, you're like, oh well, you're not supposed to be talking about this kind of stuff. Well, I will tell you the one thing I will say, and like I know I was gonna tell you guys this in a different video, but when it comes to kind of telling or sharing this stuff with other people, if it was something like a fortune says you're gonna be getting money, or you're gonna have a different job position or something like that, I definitely would not start telling people or being braggadocious about something like this. But for me, what, what I was told, it was more of a validation. Like I already knew this stuff, but so for me to share this with you, it's like, you know, I could have already been sharing this with you without needing their validation or anything. This is something I already knew intuitively. It was just one of those, I needed to kind of make sure I wasn't going crazy. I wanted that confirmation, and now that they were able to kind of somewhat validate this stuff, and I wasn't telling them any of this thing. I wasn't like, hey, I'm going crazy, all this stuff's happening to me, and I need you guys to confirm. And they're like, oh yes. Nothing like that. It was something like out of the blue. They were kind of hesitant too, but once they kind of felt me and they knew I was an empath, and that was what the auric person was trying to telling me too, about me being a shaman, and that an empath. There was like a globe orb around me. I mean, all these colors and that. And then she was telling me about like ancient like and divine wisdom that she can see right above here in my crown chakra, if you will. And but she couldn't tell me, she wasn't allowed to tell me how to harness that I had to find that out on my own, which I have been. So if you are able to, if you are seeing this, you know who I am, thank you, much love to you. So I was able to do that. So hence I was able to kind of learn about candle love, magic, learn how to speak to my higher self, able to bring in that ancient divine wisdom coming through and have it flow through me, harmoniously. Um, so, and it was kind of funny that I was asking something about the psychic, and this is not necessarily like a futuristic thing, nothing I'm worried about. So, I feel okay to sharing this with you guys, and I feel like I will do a video on this about, Reiki healing and how to feel energies. If you're an empath and if maybe you don't even know, maybe you are empathic, and this is all new to you, and you're just going through a spiritual awakening process, and you're like, I thought I'd been able to do this, but I'm not sure. And I think I will start to do a video on this stuff, but just wanted to kind of just move the story along a little bit. This psychic is so funny. She I was asking her, I'm like, well, with me being a shaman, and there's like so many things that I'm happy and grateful for, And to be a shaman, there's like many different type of um, things that get passed to you. If you yeah, many things get that passed to you, like I guess people want to call abilities or what have you. I just find these things extra tools that can help other people and this earth, to help raise vibrations in themselves and of this planet and be able to have their own self-awareness. So I was asking her about Reiki. I'm like, well, should I try to do more like on Reiki, because I feel the energies, and she knew. And she goes, no, so you do this so easily, so why? So, and I'm like, well, just to kind of, harness it. I know people like to have that certification of, because if you know the stuff, like there's like Reiki master level, whatever, and I know I'm able to do this. I've done this on other people, and they know that once things are changed, or once I, can put my energy around them, then they notice a difference. So she was like, no, you're just putting your hands up like this. Why would you want to take a class and pay all that money for just doing this? So it comes so easy to you. So that's nothing. Why? That's a waste of your time. And it was just funny the way she said it. I was just laughing so hard because it was just funny. Because she knew that it does come easily, for me to do that. It was just kind of funny. And the only way I can kind of relate that, and if you are someone who's looking at this and you are someone that does Reiki, and you had that certification and you're a Reiki master level like 3 or what have you, you know, totally much power to you, much love to you, because you'll understand other parts of Reiki and energies that about the tortial field around us, and you'll be able to kind of use that and manipulate that in other ways that I wouldn't be able to unless I was mastered, if you will, or schooled. So I definitely want to say that. So I do give love and respect to you guys as well. It was just, I just wanted to share that because I just thought it was kind of funny the way she said that to me. um, but also too, if you're someone that um, can paint a really good picture or draw pictures, and be able to tell a story through your artwork, and you spend many hours on it, and you can definitely do a better drawing, a painting, or even anything that's considered art, or you could be spray painting anything, whatever it is, collages, anything that's considered art. And if you could definitely do it way better than I can, and something that looks like you spend good time on it, and that someone's like, wow, that looks amazing, you must be an artist. You don't have to necessarily be schooled in that. I feel that you don't need to go to school to say that you're an artist. People can see it, they can see it right there. That's their proof. And if people like to go through the five senses, so like I am, how I'm saying, I know I'm able to do the healing process, because of what other people have been able to feel, the difference of when I put my hands around them or in their presence, and be able to manipulate energy levels around them. So, because as you know, the energy field just floats or flows, sorry, from you, and it goes to wherever it needs healing. Obviously, you can put your hands in specific areas, do certain things to help guide that energy, or to focus the energy more specific on one side than the other side. So I totally get it. But I just want to share that with other people who may not understand that as well, because they may be an empath, and you know how it is when you first start out. You're not really quite sure. You have all these questions, and this is stuff that you've done, as like a kid, that people thought of like they're just playing and messing around. You know how that is. You know how that works. So that's why I just wanted to share. So I will be doing a video later on about psychics, and how to choose one, what to look for, what kind of questions to ask, and what the expectation is. Because some people think it's like what you see on TV, and everyone can do this and that and tell you all these things, and it's like, I will say, they're not in a magic 8 ball. It's not like that. You have to have that open, positive energy, as well as something about Reiki healing and about feeling energies. I'll probably do a video on that too. Um, but I just wanted to share this story with you guys, so just in case if other people out there are like, oh well, just maybe skeptic about seeing a psychic and whatnot. But so I decided to want to share that with you guys. I had too many signs today talking about psychic and fortune telling that I wasn't quite sure if this was like my own synchronistic science, and after some meditation, had some other things happen, I'm like, you know what, this is way too much. So I do feel guided. Sorry, something just made a noise. Sorry, that was just very random. But I did feel, I'm gonna go check that out. But I did feel guided with that. And if you know what, and if you didn't hear that noise, maybe put on the headphones. And if you don't, if you're actually new to my channel, I'm just going to say that. Check the description, and just to see, if I have any special things to announce. Sometimes when I do my candle love magic divination stuff, that I do put down like the flickers of when it flickers on certain things that I say. I even say, put your headphones on or earbuds on so you'll be able to hear some of the sounds that I mention as well. And more likely, I'm going to say you probably want to put headphones on so you can hear that. That's probably about a good 15 minutes into the video. So if you wanted to hear that. However, you won't see anything about flickers because I'm not trying to harness my higher self right now. Um, but I will say, thank you guys for taking the time for listening to my story. And of course, as always, if you are new to my channel and you are, liking some of the stuff that I'm saying, please go ahead and feel free to let me know. I would love to hear from you and maybe your experiences. Maybe you guys been to a psychic. You let me know what your experience was. Maybe I can utilize some of this information with the next video that I do about psychics. And of course, please feel free to like, subscribe, and as well as hit the notification so you don't miss any content that I provide to you guys. And please go ahead and share this with anyone else that you feel that that aren't quite sure as well about psychics, and whether or not if maybe you and your friends are planning on going to one and you're thinking, oh, this is all BS. I will say if you find the right one, that you'll have a pretty good story to tell. So either way. But yeah, be sure to look at on that video hopefully soon. So all my cosmic surfers and cosmic family out there, just want to say thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. And as always, this is just a story, of my own personal experience, of life and through my journey. So thank you guys very much for your time. I appreciate it. You guys have a beautiful night and an awesome morning, because when you guys will see this, it'll probably be early in the morning. So thank you so much. Namaste, everyone. Peace.